networkmarketingmastery.pro, Aditya Nowotny. My question to you today is, what do you do with prospects that are not fully convinced about the product, not fully convinced about the business opportunity, and you try to talk them into it? You try to push them, you try to pressure them to make the sale or to make the enrollment. Now, if you have ever done that, you maybe know that awkward feeling. It really doesn't feel good. You feel a little bit bad because you feel it's not the will really of the person. The person does not really want. But still, here you are, and you try to talk the person into it. And of course, the psychology behind this, it's very egoistical, it's very selfish. That's the first thing. Because basically you're only looking for your advantage, not for the prospect's advantage. The second part, your inner being, your soul, let's say yourself, lets you feel that and gives you that bad feeling, that awkward feeling, because you try to convince somebody against his or her will of something that will give you a benefit, but not necessarily this person a benefit. So it's a red flag. It's a no, no, no when you have that bad feeling. So what should you do if you get into such a situation and you try to talk the person into your product or into your business opportunity and the person does not really want? You should immediately retreat, immediately step back, and immediately just turn to a friendly dialogue, giving some value, giving some tips, and finish with dignity. But respect the wish and the will of the person, because you should always, with questions, find out, do you want, do you need, or do you not need what I'm offering to you? And that's the most important thing. If you need, then still it's a question of do you want. And only if you need it and want it, then it makes sense, and then I don't have to talk you into it. Then I will always just find out by asking you the questions. You should always ask the person, what do you want and what do you need? And if you don't need it, it's not even necessary to find out if you want it, because if you don't need it, it doesn't even help you if you want it. So it's also no need for me to talk you into it, because then I'm not acting in your best interest. I'm only acting in my own short-term interest by making the sale, by getting a little commission for that. But long-term, I will rather get damage from it, because maybe you tell other people that I pressured you into buying something, or that I pressured you into enrolling into something. So action step for today, it's of course very clear. Whenever in a communication, in a conversation with a prospect, that awkward feeling comes up and you feel it's going against the will, then step back. Put on a lovely face, a smiling face, an inspiring face, a beautiful face. Reach out to the heart, give some more value, and then finish the conversation. And always only act in the best interest of the customer or client, but never put your own interest first. Aditya Nowotny, on the way to Los Angeles from the traffic jam in the Interstate 15. Very awkward situation for me right now. Maybe you noticed that I'm a little bit stressed out. The flight leaves in just 3.5 hours and still like 60-70 miles to go with the traffic jam. So I'm curious if I will catch the flight. See you next time.